It's never too late. It's never too late for what you're dreaming about. It's never too late to go create the life, the business, the relationship you want. Whatever that dream is in your heart, whatever it is you want to be, do, or have, that thing that whispers from your heart to your mind and tells you to go, it's never too late. And it is not too late. I'm here today to remind you of that because I see so many people looking at their circumstances and deciding it's too late for me. I want this thing so much. I can feel life asking me to fulfill, but it's too late. I haven't done it. And it breaks my heart every time I see that, every time I hear that. If you're here watching this right now, it's not too late. You still got gas in the tank. That dream is part of your purpose. It's part of why you exist and why you're in one of these bodies. It is seated in your soul as a spiritual directive, as a GPS coordinate for your life. So again, if you are watching this, it's not too late. No matter how behind you feel, no matter how late in the game you think it is, no matter how much you might think you messed everything up, it's never too late as long as you're still here. Do not use any of those things to prove to yourself that you can't do it, that it's too late, that it won't work for you. And in fact, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, in the right place at the right time with the right people. How I know that? Why can I say that with such confidence? Because life wants you to win. Life is orchestrating everything for you behind the scenes. Because when you win, life wins. When you win, when you prosper, all of life wins. All of life prospers. So life, God, source, spirit wants you to succeed. So the fact that you are wherever you are right now, whatever the circumstances are, and I know for some of you, the circumstances might look bleak right now. I wish they didn't, but I know that's going to be true for some people. And this is a message of hope. This is a message of good news, of trust, of faith. Life wants you to win. Life is for you, meaning everything life puts in front of you is to help you move forward into the highest expression of who you're here to be. Because again, life is for all life prospering, including you. It was once said in a text, and I don't have it in front of me, so I'm paraphrasing this, okay, but it's pretty close. That whatever is in our life, we require, like for our own growth. And whatever we require is good and is for the good. All of this, whatever is going on, is ultimately leading you where you want to be, where you're designed to be. If you're willing to look at life in that perspective, through that lens, amazing things happen. You living out this vision, fulfilling this dream that's in your heart, it serves all of life. It's not just for you, as I said before. What that means is this: life will do everything it can to make it happen for you, to put you in a position to succeed, to fulfill the vision. So whatever is showing up in your life right now, especially the stuff that makes you feel behind, off track, like you're failing, like it's not working, especially that stuff, it's there to help you grow. It's there to elicit from deep within you the parts of you that need to grow, heal, evolve, change, for you to be the person that fulfills this vision. When you choose to look at life like this, it takes the resistance out, if not completely, then largely. And when we take our resistance away from what's going on, we're just left with being present what's going on. We can receive the gifts. We can choose to look at it and go, oh my God, thank you. This all must be for me. We extract the jewels, we learn, and we get to go quicker. So this isn't the intention of this video, but one of the major gifts we can all walk away with is whatever is happening in my world is for me, and it's actually there to help me go faster. And when I look at it like that, and when you look at it like that, our resistance goes away. There's nothing to fight against. It's literally the answer to a prayer. Now, I get it might be showing up in a form we don't prefer, in a form that's not comfortable, in a form we don't like. So I get it. We've all been there. And the quicker we can accept and go, well, this is where I am, and whatever is right in front of me has to be the next step. There has to be a way to respond to this that leads to the next step and the next step and the next step and expedites me going where I want to go. When you do that, you remove your resistance, you allow yourself to grow quicker and life to guide you to where you want to go so much easier. So we have two main teachings today that I want to make sure we cover. God does not need any time to bring you what it is you want. Now, a little side note here. When I say the word God, I'm not speaking religiously. I'm speaking a bit more like just spiritually. So use whatever word you like there. If that word doesn't work, spirit, source, the universe, creative intelligence, life, the law, it doesn't matter to me. But we're talking about the force that animates all of this and guides us all to our highest good. That force, what I'll call God, does not need any time to bring you what it is you ask for. That's a human concept. 2, the dream that you have in your heart, that vision that you really want to fulfill, God put that seed there because it serves all of life. And if that's the case, and it is, it means there must be a way. Again, you can't be too late. The fact that you have the dream still means you're not too late, and a way has already been provided. Okay, so I said there's two elements, two teachings. One's about time. And I said, God doesn't need time to bring us what we want. We live in what you could call, and many people do, a quantum field, where all things are possible all the time. They're all present all the time because God, the single source of life, is infinitely and equally present everywhere all the time. So the energy or the substance that then constitutes the forms in our life that makes up the things we're trying to create is everywhere all the time. It means God needs no time to bring you what you ask for because God doesn't have a linear process. Time, in fact, is not linear in the way that we're taught to think that it is. So without going down a rabbit hole of quantum physics and all sorts of other stuff we could talk about, I'm going to ask you to suspend any disbelief you might have and just accept that. Time, the way we know it, is a human-made concept. God doesn't play by human rules and therefore does not need the time we think is required to create or receive what it is we want. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not saying that means everything you ever want can just or will manifest like that. It may or it may not. What I'm saying is this. We have an idea most of the time that what we want has to be hard and has to take a really long time. And we'll convince ourselves, well, it will take a long time because this has to happen and this has to happen and this has to happen. But all that stuff we're doing right is controlling the way something shows up for us. And one of the ways we control is we introduce time. So what I'm saying, not that everything's going to instantaneously manifest in your life. Some things will take time. But we want to remove time as such an intense variable and say, what if it's possible for that thing to come so much easier? What if you could accept that God operates on a timeline that is so much quicker, so much more graceful, so much more beyond how we tend to think of time? How liberating would that be? We use time against ourselves. And the way we use time is a liar. Our use of it is a lie. Because think of it like this. As much as you want the thing you want, and I know you do, I know, there's also a part of you that doesn't because you're going to have to grow and change and step into the unknown. And when that part of us has our hands on the steering wheel, it's trying to just like veer us off course all the time. And it uses time as a very powerful way to get our attention, as a very powerful way to get us to slow down or stop. If we believe we are really far away from the thing we want and that it's going to take so much time, it becomes so much easier to give up. To go, I missed the opportunity. I'm too late is never going to happen for me. And even if it did, it would take forever. And what happens if 10 years down the road, it still doesn't work? It's all time-based resistance. But God does not play by those rules. Life does not play by those rules. Part of what we call miracles are simply results that show up quicker, more easily, and more gracefully than we ever imagined was possible. They're not, in fact, miracles because they're not coming out of nowhere. There is a calculus to the universe that delivers all this to us. But when we experience miracle results, what we've done is we've taken time out of the equation. We've taken our resistance away. We become an open channel for things to show up easily. So God does not need the amount of time you believe is required to bring you what it is you really want. And just that should be such an exhale, so much relief, so much joy in that. So if God doesn't play by those parameters, you don't need to either. This whole video came to me, the whole idea of the video came to me because I was recently watching an interview. The 2025 Golden Globe Awards just happened a couple days previous to recording this. And I was watching a video, a short video somewhere on social from Zoe Saldana, who won a Golden Globe, I think, for Best Supporting Actress, if I remember correctly. And this interview was so touching. The minute or so I watched of it, she said basically she's 46, and though she had a lot of success already, she was starting to feel like this might just not happen, not to the degree she had envisioned. She had envisioned a level of success, a level of contribution, a level of service that she hadn't yet reached. And in the interview, she said, I'm 46. I was seriously considering just packing it in and being a soccer mom and baking food at home. And she wasn't throwing shade at anybody who's a homemaker, of course. She was just saying she was really ready to walk away and give up. And then boom, like that, she has this lifetime achievement experience. It made me think of another story I heard. This must have been in like 2019. It's a little dated right now, but it's pertinent. There's an actor, Paul Walter Hauser, who's been in many, many things you've seen. In this article, he was about to be nominated for a Golden Globe when this article came out. But he was telling a story about how he had this dream to be an actor and to impact people through his art. And he'd come to Hollywood and he'd done a couple things, and he was ready to go back. And I believe he's from Michigan. He's ready to go back to Michigan, and he'd been working at a bowling alley. He's like literally about to go back to Michigan and maybe just take his old job again. Again, no shade to working at a bowling alley. It wasn't his dream though. And within a few months of that, he started getting roles, and he ultimately got this role where he was nominated for a Golden Globe. So we're seeing people who have already had a certain level of success, right? Who still feel so far away from the dream. And in both of their instances, again, I don't know the specific details for either one of these actors. I don't. I only know what I saw and what I read. But for both of them, they were close to giving up. They had that story going, it's too late. It's never going to happen for me. And something in them got them to keep going. That voice that's a cheerleader for the dream or for the vision that we all have. That voice got effective enough or loud enough, it got their attention enough that they stayed on the path, that they stayed put, that they stayed committed, and something amazing happened. And I think both of those stories are so powerful as they relate to all of our lives and they relate to your life. That dream you have, life wants you to attain it, to fulfill it, to be there. As long as you keep going, you cannot fail. And I will acknowledge the path there will not look like what you think it's going to look like. It will have challenges you haven't foreseen, for sure. And the end result might not be exactly what you're envisioning, but it will be as good, if not better. That's a guarantee as long as you keep going. So do not use time as the reason you stop. Do not use your current circumstances as the reason you stop. They only reflect your past beliefs. Your current circumstances, it's like walking around in a mausoleum or a museum dedicated to your past beliefs. That's all this world of appearances is. It's showing you the form that your past beliefs have led to. So if you want to create a new exhibit, I don't want to even call it a museum, a living museum in the future that looks like the dream you hold in your heart, you have to start by changing your mindset. You have to start by changing these beliefs and making these adjustments. So the second part of this teaching is talking about the dream itself. That dream was put there by God. And it's put there by God not just for you, it's put there to serve all of life through you. The fulfillment, and not just the fulfillment, but the path to getting there, will ask you to grow in such a way, will require you to grow in such a way that you become this expanded version of yourself. And in so doing, your capacity, your ability to serve life increases. It expands. You become an expanded version of yourself that shows up more fully, that shows up in more service, that shows up in more faith and trust of how you are able to help. So the dream itself is put there by God, put there by life. So you will walk this path and get there and beyond. And in so doing, all of life will be served through you at a higher level. which in and of itself is so beautiful. You're not just doing this for you. And it's okay that you want it personally. That's beautiful. And the outcome doesn't just benefit you or your family or just your clients. It literally adds to the pool of life. It adds and supports and serves all of life, which also means you can rest assured that the way there is provided because God wants you to win. Life is in your corner. This is all for you to feel the fulfillment in your heart of experiencing that vision come to life and to form, and to serve all of life at a higher level. Of course, the way is here. And that's another aha moment. That's another hallelujah moment. That's another, oh my God, this is an amazing moment for you to go, you mean the circumstances in my life that I'm looking at that may look very far away from what I want. And in fact, they may look like failure. They may look like defeat. They may look like extraordinary challenge right now that I don't know how to move through. Even that is leading me where I want to go. Yeah, it is. And I will acknowledge it takes a lot of surrender and a lot of faith to look at whatever is going on in your life that seems like it's not working, to look at it that way. It does. We know this for sure. God wants for you what you want for yourself. Life wants you to win. God is in your corner completely. So the way is provided. You are capable of walking it. And whatever is showing up right now in your reality is for you to help you grow, to actually help you get there quicker and more easily. You're not too late. It's never too late. This is really an invitation to grow your trust and your faith. This is asking you to trust that you have been given this vision for a reason and that it or something even better is possible for you. And it's asking you to walk in faith, meaning to expect to be, do, or have this thing that you dream about before you see evidence of it being real, to hold that vision until it manifests. This is really a faith practice. Are you willing to hold the vision until it manifests? Your focus, your energy, your expectation are magnets and fuel. They magnetize your dream into form from the invisible to the visible, and they speed up that process of manifestation. So you are being asked to grow in trust and faith, to see that vision fulfilled in your mind, to hold on to it as if it is assured, as if it is a sure thing until it comes into form. Because your focus, your attention, your energy, your expectation, your certainty make it so. And I get that that might feel like a big ask from where you are right now. And I promise if you're willing to do it, you will see amazing changes in your life. So we're going to end this video with a short guided meditation. I want to help you sink into a state of consciousness that makes you even more receptive to the fulfillment of your vision. You can listen to this meditation over and over and over. You can practice it. You can put it on while you're doing other tasks. Just have it on in the background. Let it work on your subconscious to open up the channel within you to receive what it is you want, to receive the coordinates, the next steps, to fulfill this vision, to make this dream come true, to know with certainty it's never too late. So if you're able to, close your eyes, get in a nice seated position, and just relax, allow this in. Take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to be present, knowing that all is well. You're in the perfect place at the perfect time. See yourself. It's dusk and you're walking through a beautiful forest. There's plenty of light to see the path. There's a nice cool breeze that's refreshing and blowing through. And with every step you take, you feel more and more at ease. You feel the support of Mother Earth underneath you. You feel the support of life nourishing you, nurturing you, caring for you. And you come to the mouth of a cave, and it's a big opening within it before you even enter. You can see a beautiful fire. There's a fire pit in the middle. You can see a beautiful fire. It's so inviting. You walk up and you sit on these beautifully crafted benches around the fire, perfectly contoured to your body. You feel the gentle warmth of the flames. And as you sink in, you look up and you notice there's a big opening at the top of the cave, bigger around than the fire itself. And through it, you can perfectly see the night sky. And the second you see those stars, you know that you are guided. You know that you are supported. You know that life wants you to win. You know that the next step is always provided. And no matter what your circumstances look like, they provide the perfect opportunity to heal, to grow, and to rapidly move forward. So you feel yourself supported by Mother Earth. You feel the accurate, precise guidance of the night sky. You are perfectly aligned to create what it is you want. And as you gaze into the fire, your focus relaxes. You're awake. You're so relaxed. And as you stare into the flames with this unfocused gaze, the flames themselves start to become your vision come to life. You see the dream fulfilled. You see yourself living the life that you desire. You see every detail as you want it to be, and even better. There's no effort here. These forms are naturally taking shape, and as they do, they are the most natural thing you could imagine. There is no effort. There is no struggle. You know, as you walk through this version of your life already complete, already done, you know that these experiences are the natural byproduct of allowing yourself to be guided. You know that far from being too late, the timing is perfect. You know that everything you think has been a mistake has been a perfectly timed opportunity to grow. You've done so well. You are on target. You are on course. You are exactly where you need to be. And as you gaze into the flames, you see everything you've always dreamed of as if it's your reality right now. You feel peace. You feel love. You feel surrender, and you feel extraordinary gratitude. And you know beyond all doubt that you experiencing this vision fulfilled serves all of life. Everyone and everything benefits from this. And you feel a renewed sense of trust, of faith, of dedication and commitment to this vision and to this dream. However long it takes, it's perfect. You know it's working out even as you listen. And you walk into the next season of your life, the next phase of your life, with a relaxed certainty that it is all